Morning, folks. How you doing? So yesterday we discussed the we introduced the premise that capitalism is evil, and what we're going to do about that. We're going to take that as our baseline. Capitalism is evil, and the results and things that happen, the consequences of that evil. Now, I would like to talk about. I would like to introduce another premise is that all animals are sentient beings, and there's a lot of talk right now about the effects of industrial agriculture on our environment, our health, and the health of the animals that are involved. And I'm sure you've all seen the imagery of some of the barbaric imagery that is floating around on social media about the conditions that animals are live in and are treated and exposed to as that because of that factory type production of our diet and just our use of animals. Now, I believe all animals are sentient beings. I'm sure you have a pet at home. I'm sure you've interacted with animals, and I'm sure you've realised the symbiosis that exists between you and an animal. And by if you have that one-on-one experience, whether it's with your cat or with your dog or just an animal you encounter, by extension you have to apply that to all animals, and you have to apply that to all human beings. So there's a deep symbiosis between ourselves and animals. Now, we've always killed animals to subsist. We're hunter-gatherers. We've always eaten animals. The problem is we've lost that connection and that symbiosis in our culture as a result of the evil of capitalism, because we just view them as a product, a means to an end now. A point that I make over and over and over again, and if you've encountered me, you might have heard this before, but the Native Americans, or tribes of Native American, they existed on salmon for thousands of years in North America before we got in there with our Christian ethics and our colonialism. And they existed on salmon for thousands of years. Salmon stocks are depleted now. They're now having to transport salmon up the west coast of America in trucks because there's not enough water for the salmon to make the journeys, because the water's all been siphoned off in dams for our consumption. But Native Americans, they used to take salmon spawn from one river that was in abundance to another river that had none, and they would, in essence, fertilise that river. And what they were doing there is they were relying on the salmon. They knew that they needed the salmon to survive. So they were ensuring the survival of the salmon. That is an ethic that we don't have anymore. We eat pork, we eat all sorts of meats. We consume animals on a daily basis abundantly, and we expose them and torment them and torture them essentially. But we've lost that symbiosis. We don't think about the fact that we need them to survive. And all animals are sentient beings, and we need to start recognising them as such. And this is just a wee video to introduce this point, because I believe it's a valid one, and one that if we were to change this way of viewing, I think it would change our relationship to ourselves, each other, the planet, and of course animals. I'm vegetarian. I'm not 100% vegan, and if you're vegan, amazing. But the thing is, I think that what is deeply wrong is that I'm vegetarian because I care about animals. And okay, maybe I try my best not to eat farmed eggs, and I'm trying to get off of the bovine growth hormone, but it's not as easy as all that. but you know, little steps, baby steps. But you know, you've just got, you know, I don't. All industrialised food systems are corrupt and exploitative and degrading of the environment, whether that's producing food for vegans or producing food for carnivores. It doesn't really matter because there is an environmental cost at the end of the day. And whether that's directly coming out of a pig or a cow or another life form being tortured, or whether that's just in the packaging, the water, and the exploitation of, you know, resources to be able to produce the vegan food for mass consumption. So yeah, so we've got something new now. All animals are sentient beings. Capitalism is evil, and we need to start addressing these things. It's in, as I said yesterday, it's the entire system. There's a whole lot of things going on in between. You know, I saw something yesterday. It was a girl from a protest, and it was obviously her mother was an illegal immigrant, and the banner said, "Fuck weed, make my mum legal." And you know, I completely agree with that sentiment, but it sort of, to me, it highlighted the division that exists. You know, we're very fractured and we need a bit of unity. And this is also what I hope to achieve with these videos. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Anyway, peace.